Welcome to Palia, an exciting new MMO that I've been exploring. It is currently still in beta and will be open beta shortly. This world is vast. There are so many different places already, just in the beta version, to explore. You can see that there are different skills for you to work on. The first skill I'm going to show you here is fishing. That doesn't mean I'm good at it. It just means I'm going to show it to you. So when you first start to fish, it's going to pop up the tutorial. Explains a little bit about the method of fishing, and it takes a little getting used to, but it is so much more intuitive than many of the other games I've played. I'm looking at you, Stardew, and the ability to catch fish is fantastic. Now, I'm not here to give you all the hints and tricks, but I am here to spoil a little bit of this. So if you're not looking for spoilers on, say, treasure chests or secret locations, you might want to skip some parts of this video, or just all of it. Just let it play in the background with the noise off, and you won't see anything. Or you can just listen to me. As you can see, I'm not the best at fishing, but I can do it. I do enjoy the tool wheel, the aspect of the ability to just slap a button, grab all your tools at once, and figure out exactly which one you want. It's very quick, it's very easy. It is a little easier than the Animal Crossing tool wheel, and you do have the ability to cycle through those tools. There are lots of gatherables in this world, and the great thing is that they don't disappear for other players when you pick something up. So there's no resource guarding in this game. You can go through, run all of these resources, and then come back and pick something up. As you can see, the animals will walk right up to you, but they scare easy. The characters in this game have wonderful emotes, and they all have their own personality. I don't feel like I'm talking to the same person over and over and over again. The character here you're seeing is the mining character. And so he's going to have all your tools and your skill ups that you're going to need within the game for mining. He's also kind of easy on the eyes. Everybody seems to love him. I really want to know how to play this chess game that's here on the table. I am really liking the look of that chessboard. There's lots of running around to different shops in this game, and while that may seem a little tasking, you do have access from the beginning to everything. There is a premium store for aesthetic looks. So if you're interested in cosmetic items, you can purchase some money, the Palia coins, or you can just continue to play with the vast number of items that are already available when you start the game. The best boy here, Tao, will actually interact with you. You can give him ear scratches, and you can go through some dialogue. As with a lot of the Zelda games, you can just run up into anybody's houses. You might find some secret items, or some secret mini games. The crafting is very intuitive as well, and what's great is that every time you craft a new DIY, it gives you an option to choose from a shadowy figurine of one of the DIYs. You get 3 options each time until I assume you run out of options to get, and it's great to be able to pick what you think you might want to craft next from that aspect. The mats are easy to grind through and grab, and so crafting these things is a breeze. As you can see, I'm making another storage chest because you can have up to 8 of them, and if you're anything like me and you collect a lot of mats, you're going to want the storage. If you saw that grid just now, let me tell you, designing and decorating and placing items in this game is beautiful. You can place things like front or back, like typical, or on a diagonal. Now, it does take up a little more space if you put something on a diagonal as far as the map of the grid goes, but the ease of placement and the ability to design a room around the items that you have in there, not just place them around the wall or maybe in the middle where you have to walk around them a lot. Oh, chef's choice. Mwah, love it. Okay, the only problem I do have with the furniture so far is that you don't physically interact with it. While your wardrobe may let you have access to the, again, vast number of clothes at startup, The rest of the furniture really doesn't do anything for you. You do get a large space as well as a very large tent to start out with, and you can expand your zone so that you can continue to grow. Hunting is another skill that's available in this game. There are 2 different types of creatures, and then there are 3 different levels of those creatures, and there may be some more variations later on down the road. But currently, we've seen 3 different variations. Some of the village... Ignore that. Scratch. Rewind. Some of these creatures are one-shot kills, as you can see here, and some of them take multiple shots. Most of the time, the deer, which are gorgeous, and I hated hunting them at the beginning, are a 2-shot kill, which means you have to shoot and then chase your kill. Now, the game remembers if a prey has been shot more than once, and so you may not be the first person to have shot that prey. In this instance, I did hunt down the one I had already shot. They do go quite a ways, and then my second shot does net me the mats, the materials. So that's something that you're going to have to get used to and do a lot of, or you can ignore it. And sometimes those creatures just disappear into the ether. As you can see, there was a second deer, and he just poofed into the water. Speaking of poofing into the water, if it's too deep, you land back on land. There are some areas you can get into the water a little bit and wander a bit, and they expect you to. You can see that treasure chest hiding out there in the water. You're going to have to find a way to get to it somehow. Maybe with the glider that comes later. But do explore the entirety of the map, as many places as you can go, because there are a lot of hidden treasures. As you can see, the characters all show up on the map so you can keep up with where they're at. When you have quests, they'll show you there as well. So you can definitely wander around and easily find where you want to go. I do wish there was a mini-map on screen, because it would help, especially when sometimes the map gets disorienting. But back to those secret items and secret places. If you see a shrine, interact with it. It helps, I promise. The views in this game, spectacular. This isn't even my favorite one. There are different areas hidden throughout the world that you should definitely explore. This one has its own secrets. There are different interactions throughout the game at different times of the day. So while this area is empty now, you may find that it's a little more populated at a certain time of day. And just in case you wondered where that might have a sneaky entrance to. Like I said, lots and lots of hidden treasure. So don't be afraid to go exploring. That's what this map is for. That's what this whole world is for. Explore, collect, and find all the things you need to make your Palian life better. Did you see that exclamation point? Oh, there's another. Those are bugs. And that is another skill that you can work on in this game. You can catch bugs through the use of little powder bombs that you will build. You'll have a pouch that you carry with you, and you can collect the bugs. There are a lot of different bugs at a lot of different times of the day, and they all have different levels. Same for mining and for chopping trees. So you'll do better as you go. One tip I would give you is that when you start planning out your garden, put it near the watering hole. You'll have a watering hole on your spot. And it's just so much easier to be able to fill that watering can and run straight to the garden. You don't have to water at a specific time of the day that I can tell. I've watered at night quite often, and as long as I do it before the next sunrise, it seems to count. I also like the longevity of the watering can, at least this beginning one. As you find those treasure chests, you'll find that you stack up a lot of them. They make great decor. There are a ton of accomplishments in this game, and there are also some relationship goals in this game long term. So get out there, explore the entire map, gather all the things, and find all the accomplishments. The other great thing about this is that it pops up and tells you that you've completed an accomplishment. You don't have to go hunt down. Like with several other games, you might have to go into the menus to figure out exactly what you just completed. With this, it just pops up on screen and tells you exactly what you completed. It also gives you the reward automatically. The second zone that we're able to explore currently is really, really expansive. It almost feels like two zones because there's a giant wall in the middle of it. As you can see here, it's almost double the size of the previous map. And it's got a lot more to gather from. From the watery areas at the beach to the wooded areas with the next level up for creatures, and ruins that have so many different things to hide. It's definitely something that it's going to take a while to explore all of. The juxtaposition of the old school or rustic style of things that the current owners of the earth are living in, or of Palia are living in, against the very obviously more modern ruins that the humans once inhabited, is a really interesting concept. I love this post-apocalyptic world and its exploration of what would change long term. The climbing aspect is great. You have the limit of how high or how far you can climb in your stamina. But realistically, you can go just about anywhere in this game. And the fall distance doesn't bother you either. So there's currently no listed damage for falling from heights, which is fantastic because I like to climb all the things and then jump off them. This world is spectacular, with different views hidden all over the place. So get out there at different times of the day, take photos, and catch some of those beautiful designs in action. Your character really doesn't need sleep, and even though I have that bar at the very top that's currently empty, if I eat something, it fills up, and it does seem to help in progress, but it's not something I have to have. So explore the entire day. You've got all of the hours of the day on the clock to roll around, gather things, find all the different creatures, and explore this world. And when I say gather all the things, I do mean gather all the things. You have a pretty expansive backpack to begin with, and then very shortly after you actually get you get to purchase an expansion. Doesn't take long to do, and this beach has been the best money gatherer. Speaking of that money, you'll need it if you want to teleport across the map to different locations. Otherwise, you're running there. Now there is a teleport feature on your home to your home from your personal map, but it's only active every so often. Cooking is the last skill I'll talk about in this game. It is a really interesting mechanic where you have different timing aspects and different movement aspects that help you cook. And I'm not sure how those level up your skills, but it's actually fairly easy from what I experienced. This is my first time cooking in this video, and I didn't have any problems timing these things. I thoroughly expected to have problems. That doesn't mean it won't get harder as it goes, though. So I hope you've enjoyed this exploration of Palia. I will definitely be playing this more as the beta continues. Look at her get excited. I love it! And exploring more of this game. I hope you will too. If you're enjoying the beta, let me know. Thanks for playing with me today, guys. Have a great night or great day. Bye!